Hi, I'm Arie Dekker and I'm Chewie's stunt double for the recent film Han Solo. I'm 6'11" and had a great time filming Solo.
This is his first UK signing. So this is very, very exciting. So I want you all to stamp your feet. You know the drill by now, everybody. Come on. I want you to clap your hands. And I want you to give a big cheer. It's Arie Dekker, the stunt guy from Solo. Big cheer for everybody, everybody. There's your dad. Hi. How you doing? First UK signing?
Yeah, first one, yeah.
How's it going? And in your hometown as well? You're from the Wirral?
I am, yeah. So I haven't come far today. It took me about 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it's been a great day, great meeting people, and some fantastic costumes out there. Yeah.
Awesome. And don't forget the cosplay competition is going to be between, if you get here for like 5, and then we'll have a little parade and we'll be able to see everybody. But so, let's bring it back to you, sorry, because I was just mentioning the cosplayers. First of all, how did you come about to get the role of a stunt double? It's not just your height, right?
Well, obviously a bit of it's my height. But yeah, I mean, it just came out of the blue, to be fair. I was working in a health club over on the Wirral. And I had a call from a friend who worked in the industry and said, would I like to go down for an audition at Pinewood Studios? And I thought, well, you only live once, let's go down. So the next week I went down. It was only supposed to be for the Monday. Ended up being a whole week. And for pretty much 4 days, I didn't have a clue what role it was for. They put me through some fight tests, some drop tests, just really to check whether I had the nerve and I could handle a hit.
Drop tests?
Yeah, so they made me, basically, yeah. So I had to free fall from about 20 foot. They put me on a wire and I had to do some superhero falls and some drops, which is quite exciting for the first time you've ever done it. And it was like the Thursday or Friday that week, they came up to me and said, do you know why we're putting you through this? These type of tests, and I said, no, I don't have a clue. Oh, well, I kind of, because I knew it was for Lucasfilm. And they said to me, oh, we want you to be Chewbacca's stunt double. I was completely taken aback at that point. And of course I said yes. I mean, you don't say no to Star Wars, do you? So, and I haven't looked back ever since. It's been great.
So what kind of crazy stuff did you get to actually, your full costume, I should imagine?
Yeah, full costume, yeah. Spent pretty much 9 months in the suit. Yeah,
9 months?
9 months, yeah. Pretty much a majority of it doing the train scene, and then all the other fight scenes as well that we rehearsed and did over and over again. It's great.
How did you get into was stunt something that you actually did, you've trained for? Or?
No, so I've never done stunt training as such, but I have a background in rugby. I was a very good swimmer. I'd done martial arts, so I kind of had the core skills to do that type of work. And then, obviously, I had to learn Chewbacca himself, and it's such an honour to be part of Star Wars. Never mind to play Chewbacca. So we spent a lot of time talking to Jonas about the role and watching the previous films and just learning those movements, and it was just great. It's still, even now to this day, even though I spent over 18 months now in the suit, it's still have to pinch myself. It's been a fantastic journey.
What was it like the first time that you got to see yourself? Did somebody well, I know you're not allowed to take pictures, but if you were escorted into the toilet, as we found out today, in a film. What's it like looking at yourself and you're Chewie?
Well, I can't go to the toilet as Chewie. It's a little bit difficult, yeah. So
we'll have to watch him.
I know.
He's a bit of a rogue one.
He is.
Thank you.
So, I mean, the first time I think I saw myself in the suit was probably when we were working on the train and just saw one of the playbacks. And again, it's quite a surreal moment. Just see, that's really me. So, yeah, it's fantastic.
I love how you're smiling as well when you're saying it, because you've just Jonas was exactly the same when we interviewed him. He was like, I'm Chewie. And he's such a loved character. What do you think it is about him that audiences respond to?
I think he's obviously Han's sidekick, and he's there through thick and thin. And he's just, Yeah, he's a lovable character. You know, he'll do anything for his guy. He'll do anything for Han, and he'll do anything for anyone. As you've seen in the recent films as well. He's just a fantastic character, and I think he'll just live on and on and on. I think hopefully they'll keep bringing him back for other films in the future.
Do you think there'll be a Chewie film?
Potentially. I think he was very much loved in Solo. So you never know. You never know. It's a big universe, isn't it? It's a big universe.
Exactly, and if they go down the X-Men route, there could be one for everybody. Although it always seems to be Wolverine. Maybe that's just me thinking that. So what was the most dangerous thing that you did on set? Tell us. I've never spoken to a stuntman before. This is exciting.
I mean, I think there was a scene in the movie where Enfys Nest comes in on it and flies it, and Han Solo and Chewie have to dodge you, and they have to jump off the train. And we're working on a rig that's 30 foot in the air. We're on wires, and at that point, I had to jump off the side of the train, and then the wire that we were attached to, which you see in the movie as well, flings you back in again, and you hit the side of the train. So that was quite a nervy moment for someone who's not really done, and don't tell anyone, but a little bit scared of heights, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd be in this height, but I am. So it's quite a nervy moment when you've got to just jump off and just go for it. And then obviously it's over in a second, but it's definitely takes the wind out of you when you hit the side of that train. And we had to do that a few times. Under a couple of directors, which is great.
Oh my God, one time is scary enough, but a couple of times.
Oh yeah. You've got to make sure, and I think that's one thing that anyone who works in the industry, you want to get it right for the movie. And we work with a fantastic director in Ron, but also the second unit director, Brad Allen, who was part of Jackie Chan's stunt team. His action is superb, and you'll see that from the movie itself, and the fight sequences and the choreography. He watches every single bit of detail and makes sure it's correct. And you'll be up there, and you'll do that until you get it right, which is great because it makes a great movie.
So you did the shower scene?
Yeah, we did that.
I was in stitches with that.
Yeah.
Just
it was nice warm water, thankfully.
Oh, thank God. If it was a bit cold, it would have been a bit strange with all of that, because I should imagine the suit, if it's getting wet, is pretty heavy.
It can be, yeah. When we filmed the scene where he meets Han Solo, and that was in mud, and we did that for about 3 weeks. And when I first got in there, it was the first scene that we did. And when I first got in there, I was enjoying it so much. It was fantastic, messing around in the mud, doing some good little Easter eggs as well that you'll see. And I thought it was fantastic. And then towards the end of the 3 weeks that we were in there, hated it. It was so heavy. And by the end of each evening, you were just knackered. Because obviously it's not just standing around, you're fighting, we're hitting the poles, running through the pole, throwing them around. Yeah, it was fantastic to do.
So did Jonas work with you? Because obviously he's worked with Peter. So did Jonas work with you about how to do, the standing and the walking?
Yeah, so before we started on the main shoot, we spent a lot of time, both of us, doing the stunt training, working together. And a lot of that time I spent getting to know Jonas, what he was like as a person, but then asking him questions about his training with Peter, and then his sort of take on the character as well, with it being younger in this movie. So yeah, we spent a lot of time just making sure that it was right, and right for the fans. It
looked awesome, don't you think? Don't you agree?
Thank you.
It did look pretty epic. Does anybody here have any questions for our Wookiee stunter? Oh,
no.
Han Solo question.
What sort of martial arts training prepares you for fighting as a Wookiee?
Well, that's a good question. and that's something that I have obviously done that in the past, but when you're fighting as a Wookiee, he's not a martial artist. He's heavy, he's slow, he's very powerful. So you kind of have to throw all that training out the window to a certain extent. But it does help because the footwork's still the same. You still got to make sure that you're balanced right. And when you've got people running at you, and the mine scene that we did, and he took out a few bad guys there. It was fantastic, as I said before, and doing that training did help just to make sure that we got it right for the screen.
Any more questions?
How long was the train scene in Solo take to film?
9 months in total. So we probably started it at the start of production, and we finished the final week. We went through so many different sequences, some that you'll probably never ever see, but the ones that you did see, it was fantastic filming those and being up at such a height, because it was all done at pretty much, I think it was about 35, 40 foot we were up the whole time. So it was hot up there, especially when we were doing in the suit.
Wow.
What was the most physically demanding stunt you had to do?
Physically demanding scene? Probably the scene where he first meets Han Solo, because it was not only the fighting, but it was also having the mud stuck to you. And the longer the day went on, each filming day, the more mud that got stuck in the suit, the heavier it got. And lucky enough, because I've got a background in fitness and I've done quite a lot, I could do it, but it was tough. And it was tough on Alden, it was tough on Jonas, it was tough on the solo double as well. But we had a great time doing it. There was a couple of really good moves in there as well that we did. And I feel sorry for the solo double, because he got thrown around quite a bit. He had some bruises by the end of that shoot, I can tell you.
Is Chewie enjoying your first con?
Loving it, absolutely. Woo! It's been fantastic. To you guys that make it, definitely. It's been I've met some fantastic people today. Just some of the stories and where they've been and who they follow, and like I said before, the costumes. I feel like I'm on set at times. They're fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
They are awesome. And make sure that you're here to watch the cosplay competition.
Yeah, I'll be sticking around for that, definitely.
A bit later on, it'll be awesome. Do you know what's been lovely about Arie all day? He's had this huge smile. All day it hasn't gone, and he's just been like, it's been awesome. And you're obviously, you know, the Wookiees are cheering, so you got the Wookiee following.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. And ladies and gentlemen, it's his first UK signing. It's a privilege to have him here today.
Thank you very much.
For Marie Curie Hospice. Arie Dekker, everybody.
Thank you very much, guys.
Give him a cheer.
Cheers. Thank you. Thank you.
Remember, the Force will be with you always.